Hi everyone. So today I'm going to create one email design for holster and basically show you each and every steps how I created this email design. So without any further delay, let me just start this video. So the first step that you need to do is basically create one frame. So how you can create the frame is by clicking over the frame section over here, and then you can simply create one frame, and then you want to just resize this frame over here like 600. I usually like to keep it on 600, that's good if you are sending an email, and I'll just drag it to match the size of this frame for an N61, right? So the first step that I need to do is basically create one section over here, one this section, like a vector section, and then I will add this other toppings in this image, right? So I'll just copy and paste this over here, and I'll show you how we can create this design. So you want to go to the pen tool that's located between the shape and the text tool, and then simply click over here, click over there, and here, and on the turning point over here, one over here, and then here, and here, right? And now you want to use the curve tool. Simply click over there and there, and you have got a perfect shape like this one, right? So now you can remove this one. So I just did this to save up a couple of time, because this one takes a lot of analysis and exact point. And if you give a certain period of time, you can do that. And if you follow the steps, you can do that. So I'll just delete this, and I will also remove the stroke, right? So let me just fix this over here, and now I'll just add one square over here, and there you go. The square is added. Now I'll just match the color with this, and I'll just group this over here. So Control G if you are using Windows, and if you are using Mac, you can simply do Control or Command G, sorry, right? Now I will just add this logo. So for the logo, what you can do is you need to remove the background. So I've got the logo of the brand over here. I will simply take a small screenshot of this one, and I'll show you in a couple of seconds how I remove the background, right? So I just captured it, and I will go over in this software like Photo Loom, and this is one incredible software that you can use basically to remove all the backgrounds. So you can just download it over here, and I will import the downloaded image over here, right? So the quality looks a bit blurred, to be honest, because I took a screenshot, right? Of course, I can show the website right here. So I'll just just see the size. It's 171. I'll just put this 171 over here, and I will perfectly align it with this one, right? And I will also log this site over here. So now I've locked it, and I've just centered the position. Now I want to create the line that's dividing the logo and the other part of the email. So simply I will click over the shape tool and create a simple line, right? So while creating a line, you want to make sure you click on shift to have a perfectly straight line, and there you go, right? So you have a perfectly straight line over here, and I'll just elongate in the left hand side a bit, and there you go, a bit up, and yeah, there you have. Now we're gonna add the text. So to add the text, it's really simple. You just want get over here, and welcome to holster and anything, and basically add all the fonts as well as the text over here, right? So just to save up our time, I'll just quickly copy and paste it. And you can use the fonts I've used over here is Poppins, bold, and font size is 40. I've aligned it in the center and used the color white over here, right? So you can see this. I will just drag it over here. Now the main challenging part is to create this square. You can see this square, and here is the picture of the model. So this is the picture of the model that I used here. So for this picture also I basically remove the background. So how you can do this, I'll simply go over here and remove the the background over here. Let me just say this. I'll just go over here and copy, right? And it will instantly remove all the backgrounds. Download standard resolution, and I will simply import this over here, right? So the model size is about 387. I'll just go over here at 387, right? So now our model picture is ready. Now the main challenge over here is to create this the line, the outer or the outline for this hero image. So how you can do this is you can basically click over the shape tool, and you want to select the rectangle, right? So like it's a little tricky part because like this is the entire email design that we created ourselves. So what we did was we basically if you see like this square has one like a small pixel covered over here, right? So you can simply cover like 4 pixels like this and just drag it over here, and then like drag this down, right? Sorry, drag this down, over here like this. I'll just drag this down over here, and you can do this, and you can copy this. You can simply like drag this over here. I'll just and here, right? And you want to make sure like it's aligned here. Then I'll just add another square. Like I just want to see the size of this one, and I will also like put the Figma file of this design at the description, and you can just simply copy, or you can also get an inspiration for the design, right? I'll just do this, and here you go. And now I have this one too. I'll just go over here, this over here. I'll do the same for the another one. Copy and paste, and I'll simply drag it above, right? Above. Now I just want to see like what's the size of this one. I'll just click over here and basically copy this like this and make sure like it's here. So I'll just attach it this with the like down rectangle, and basically the same with this one, but I'll decrease the size over here to just to match with this one. And I can simply copy and paste this like this, and basically put this up over here like this, right? And for this one, I'll just drag it downwards, and then yeah, here you go. Just copy this and put this down, right? So what you want to do now is basically change the color of this size, this square. So over here I will click this one, and I will just add this. With this I will just add this color, and in the next rectangle over here I will add another color, right? So I just added this one, and we are done. So now the work is basically put the model picture over here and perfectly align it with here, right? So here like the model picture is a bit big, I think. I'll just align like this and make sure like it goes with this one, and I'll make sure like to group this, Ctrl G, and I'll just drag it upwards, and here, there you go, right? And now I'll just decrease the size of this one by ungrouping it again, because like I made some adjustment. So I'll just click on the square, I'll just lock it over here, and just drag it down, and also like drag this one down too. All right, I forgot to change the color of this square. I'll do it right now. White, and here also white, and this one is also white, right? Yeah, there you go. So I'll just also I increase this font because I can see some white part of the background coming out. So there you go, like we have like the hero section covered, and now the rest of the thing is basically to add all this section, the remaining section. So for the copy, like I won't focus much on the copy, because like you can simply copy, like basically click on this text button and write it over here, and just like minimize all the settings that you want to do, right? Or just all the settings that you want to do at the right hand side. So I'll just align it with this one and just drag it over here, and for the same I'll do this for the same here, and for this one too the same, right? And for the CTA, like I'll just create it. I'll take the size of this one, and just put this like this one. And what you want to do, like while creating the CTA in like the plain background like this one, is like you want to make sure like you have outline, basically type of a stroke, right? So how you can do this is basically by clicking on the stroke, and there you go, like one stroke is added, right? And you want to make sure like if you're using black background, you want to make sure like you keep the black stroke, right? And I will also change the fill in over here with the white so that it matches, and I'll basically like copy and paste the text inside this one too, so that like it's aligning. I'll just put this size, and I'll just copy this and paste it like it's simply a text. So there you go. right? And you can also like copy and like this one text, but I'll show like how I highlighted this one. So I'll just remove this. So it's cropped. I'll just ungroup it, and I'll just show you, right, like how I created this line over here. So let me just remove this and remove this. So this is a plain text. Like you can all do this by just simply going on to the text and writing like name is a phone case or something like that. So how I added this highlights is like basically by going into the square or the rectangle tool. So I basically dragged this like this and dragged it up to here, right? And simply like I will over here and add it over here, right? And what I will do, like to make sure like I added this is, first I will like just change the color, and then like I will make it at the front of the the text, right? So Control V, I'll just add this like this, and basically put this like this one, and then like this one, right? So there you go. Now, there you go. Now I'll just simply bring this to front, and you can see like this one is added, and there you go, like you have the line too, right? And there you go, like you have the line too. So for this one, like I'll simply just lock it for now, and I will just play around with the lines. So I'll just drag it over here and just make it sure like it is looking like it is highlighting the text. So I'll just elongate it over here and elongate it over there, and simply put up, right? So there you go, like you have the line that you wanted, right? So I'll just unlock it and basically Command G. I use Mac, right? So there you go, like this one is also set up. Now you want to set this, the bestseller section. This is also simple. Like you basically need to play around with the square. So in the most of this like this design that I have made, I played mostly around with the square, right? And this is totally a unique email that we created. So like we use basically squares and everything like that. I'll just make sure like I'm correcting the size of this one. So Control 461, and there you go, right? And here you go, like we have this one, and like the curve is around 10. So this is 10, and we have added one stroke over here, right? So it's the same size over there, bit bigger, and we have this one, right? So you can see this, like I have this one, the same, like the rectangle that I have in my already made email. So I will simply go over here and simply change the color to white, and we have, the outline. So now I want to add like, like this image. So for the image, like what you can do is simply go and click on the Eclipse tool, and then you just want to make, like the similar image for the Eclipse, right? So for the Eclipse one, I'm just simply, align with this one, or you can also change the size over here, but I'm, like showing you a bit simple method, basically, and just click over this one and basically drag it down, right? So I have got the Eclipse. Now I want to add the image over here. So how I can do that is basically by importing one image, right? So now I will just click over here and add an image over here. So I'll just add the image. It was like image one. Sorry, it's like first image, and copy, and then after you like place the image, like it will come, click or drag to place. So what I want to do now is I just want to go into this Eclipse, and I want to click the image, right? And it will be automatically pasted, and you can see this image and here. So, and if you want to like if you don't like how the image is placed, you can simply go into fill in and just make it crop or something like that, right? So yeah, there you go. And now I will simply copy this text, the name of the brand, the name of the product, and this one is here. And now for like the color variations, like the selection. So what you can do is simply go into the Eclipse and basically like create this one, right? Like this is really simple. And this, here you go, there you go for this one, right? So Control C and just align it this with this, and just Control C and V. right? And I'll just clip this as orange. I want to keep this as orange, so I'll click over here, right? Now I will add the price section. So Control CV, and there you go. The price section is over here, right? Now we will basically create the CDA. All right, so I'll just make a square, sorry, rectangle, and I will just align with this width and height, and then I'll just add this over here, right? So now I'll change the color to the blue, and I will simply add a stroke, and then I will simply add this text too. Let's see me. Here you go. We have the text. So, we have the text here, right? So for the other bestsellers, like this one and this one, you can simply copy the process that I did for the first one, and simply add add one eclipse, and you can follow the steps of adding the images and everything like that, right? So to save the time and make this video shorter, I will just simply copy and paste this, and you can just follow the steps that I did for the first one, for the second, as well as third one, right? So now I'll simply copy the text over here and just add it over here. And the CDA tool, like you basically need to like create a rectangle and add it. I've already shown you. Just remove this, and there you go. Now another like the important section is about the icons. So how I create like this one icon is, now I go to Google, and I basically search like free shipping black PNG, right? Black PNG. After I do that, like for example, if I like this one, I simply go and save it, and then I add it, right? And if they have background, I simply go into the photo room, and I remove the background. So like this one PNG looks very good. So I took a lot of time like basically finding this one PNG, and this had a background, like I think it had a white background, or not like completely white, but it was like a bit shaded. So I simply went to the instant background remover and remove the background. You can also do that, and after you have done that, you can simply like minimize it to something 100 or like 150, and then add a text like this. I just clicking over here and adding the text like this, and you can make your icon section, right? And what I also like to do is basically like add a borderline between like both icons, like this one, and simply like click make this icon, and you can just increase the line size, right? Like I've done over here, and just align the icons perfectly, and you can do this. So this is also like not that hard. Whatever I've told you, like you follow this, like you can simply do that. So I'll just copy this and align this with this one. So now we have the step of like simply creating this basically the footer section. So for this footer section, like there are various navigation buttons that leads to different type of pages. So I'll just create this one too. So for this one, I'll create a rectangle like this, and this is a bit like just going down. So just put this like this, and I would like this one button, CV, right? So I'll just copy. So no, I'll not copy it. I'll just change the background first, and I'll just copy the text, and I'll just add it here, right? So let me just make the size resize, just like align this at the middle, and now I want to add this social icons. So for this, what you can do is simply just add, just search the PNG of the icon. For example, like here is like a type of another background, like orange and yellow mix. So what I will do over here is I want white, right? So I'll just add like Facebook PNG white icon. Then I will get so many images over here. So like if they have background, we can simply go to instant background remover and remove the background and add it over here. And then you want to minimize like the size. So over here, like you can see, it's like 78 or something like 50 like that. So you can follow that, right? So I'll simply like copy over this. I'll simply like copy this and just paste it. So I think I'll just need to create like this individual one, since like it's cropped. Right. So I'll just copy this. So I've copied this successfully. Now I'll just center this both to the, oh sorry, let's not center it. So like I'll just center this, both to the middle. Yeah, it's middle centered, right? So now I want to create this button. So for the button, like you can simply create this one and just add it like this one. And like you want to make sure like you have spacing and sort of things like that. And then you want to add the white stroke over here. And when you go there and you want to simply change the background, and there you go, you have the box. And simply you need to add the text. So I'll simply like copy this, and over here I'll do the same, right? So you can do the same for other boxes too, and especially align this. And for the text like part, I don't need to say you, like you simply need to go over text, and for the required size and everything, then you can do that, right? So like this footer part is not that so hard. So for this video, like I'll just copy this and paste it, because like I've shown you like how I make this, right? So let me just copy this, Control CV, and I'm just going to add this over here like this. Right. So let me just make the size smaller, and yeah, smaller, and like this one just went up. So yeah guys, so this is how I created this design, and I will also link this design file down in the description. You can take some like assets from here, and I work as an idea. And if you're a brand doing over $20,000, just book down a call with me, because I can help you create like this designs, and basically look after your entire email marketing channel. So thank you for watching, and I hope you like this video and it was helpful. And also don't forget to subscribe and like the video too. Thank you for watching.